Good morning, good morning. Welcome back. My name is Kim, and I'm documenting my husband's journey with upper tract urothelial carcinoma. And I would ask, let me get my head straight again, I would ask that you please like, share, and subscribe. Trying to get the awareness out about this cancer. And I've got a glare on my glasses again today, so we're going to take them off. Hopefully I can see. I am enjoying a mixed fruit smoothie. Today I had to go with frozen because I'm out of fresh fruit. So I will put a little video of how I make my smoothies. I use protein powder and mixed herbs and spices. So, we're getting, since I'm not eating very much right now, I'm getting, the protein that I need and the vitamins. So, it's very good. Guess who got called for jury duty? I did this week. Of all things right now, that's what I need. I need jury duty. So, but it is what it is. I guess I'm just one of those people that have to do my civic duty. So, but I got my notes today, and I would like to share a few things. Clay had his 5th BCG on Wednesday, and everything went well. The previous 4 BCGs, he had trace amounts of blood. This one, he had 0, which is what we want. That doesn't mean that it's working, but it does mean that the cancer cells are not able to form and make a tumor. So that went well. He does still have some side effects. He's still got it. He's got severe bone pain. The fatigue is pretty bad, and the muscle aches are pretty bad. But he's showing no signs of infection, nothing like that. We are thrilled about that, and we just have one more round to go. And they told us this week that he will, after next week, he will wait 3 months, and then he'll go in for all of his testing, cystoscopy, cytology, and all of that, and see where we are. If it's working, then he'll go into a maintenance cycle. If it didn't work, there are 2 options. They will either put him in another series of BCG treatments of 6 weeks, or they will suggest to remove his bladder. We are not too thrilled about that option. I think that's, he's doing well. He's, very tired, but if you walk up to him and say, "How you feel today, Clay?" he'll say, "I feel great, feel good, and he's lying through his teeth, because, I know better. But, if it makes him feel good, then we just, we don't pay any attention. We just move on. The washer saga is over. We finally received our washing machine yesterday, which a total of 8-9 days without a washing machine. We did end up going with a different company, and I'm thrilled to have a washing machine. I still have not heard about getting an appointment with a gastrologist. Don't know why. I'm still not eating. We went yesterday into town, and that's another whole story. But we went yesterday, and usually once a month we go eat out. That's our treat to ourselves. And so we went in town to eat and do some errands. And I thought, well, I can't, most anything that has to be chewed right now, I can't do it. But I thought, well, I can get some mashed potatoes. My hair is a mess. Mashed potatoes and maybe some mac and cheese at Outback. And I did that, and within 30 minutes I was sick. So nothing, there's just no way I could eat anything right now. I don't know what the problem really is. I still believe it's the hernia, but you know, trying to get into a doctor is nearly impossible sometimes. I did call the doctor that they referred me to Thursday. Finally got no answer. I got an answering service. I left all of my information, and I did not get a call back. So Monday I'm going to have to call my doctor, because you know, you can only live on liquids for so long, and then you got to figure out what's wrong. So that is that. I'm looking at my notes. I do want to read something that I found. I took it from someone else's page on Instagram. And it says, I don't want to go against anything your oncologist might have told you and you trust, but I am a nurse practitioner, and myself and 4 other nurses found out things that were surprising to all of us. I think you may already know them through watching your video. Cancer cannot live in a body without sugar. 9 out of 10 oncologists would not take chemotherapy or let their families or friends take chemotherapy. As you know, chemo kills your good and your bad cells and destroys your immune system. Therefore, how in the world are you supposed to live with no cells, and the metastasis come from not having an immune system to fight the cancer? We have also spoken with morticians. They told us that most cancer patients do not die of cancer. They die as a result of the chemotherapy and the radiation. So, what does that tell you? This is why I don't like chemotherapy. If you know the odds, and we know what Clay's odds are, we already know. But if you know the odds, and you know that what you're putting in your body is doing more damage than good, why do you want to do it? Why? It is, and we have discussed it at length, the scenarios, the what ifs, how about this and how about this. And the only reason Clay agreed to do immunotherapy is it is supposed to boost your immune system. It does not kill the cancer. If anybody tells you it does, they're not telling you the truth. But why would you want to put poison in your body to gain maybe a few weeks, a few months? I would rather have quality over quantity any day. And I've told him many times during this, I would rather have you for 6 months doing what you want to do than to have you for 12 months and you're in your bed puking your guts up. I would rather have the quality. And he's the same way. He would rather have the quality. So that's not saying that we're not fighting. We are fighting. It's just a fact. The odds of this cancer, getting worse are high. And I want to also read this. Glasses back on. 5 to 10% of bladder cancer cases are UTUC. That's very low. 1 in 100,000 people yearly get this cancer. That's a lot I mean, that's a low statistic. That means that, you know, if there's 100,000 people that live in our county, Clay's that one person that got it. The one. 2-3 of patients who present with UTUC have invasive disease, which is true. By the time Clay's was discovered, he was already stage 3. And like I said before, he only had 2 symptoms: back pain and bleeding. Now, if you have blood in your urine and you go to your doctor and you're a man, 9 times out of 10, they're going to say it's your prostate. Do not take that as the answer. Pursue it. Force your doctor, and if he won't do it or she won't do it, go to another urologist until they investigate. And the only way to find it is with a CT scan and going inside and looking at those tubes, because that is where UTUC goes. It goes in the tubes running from the bladder to the kidney, from the bladder to the prostate. And I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what we've been told. Also, have your physician investigate whether you have Lynch syndrome. Lynch syndrome is has common it's encompassed. It can encompass that. Lynch syndrome can be a big part of why you get UTUC. Clay also had Castleman's disease, which his family doctor is now researching to see if there's a link between that and his UTUC. Family history, it is, most cancers are hereditary, and you know, through all of our research and all of our questions that we've asked, we have, you know, determined that, you know, his brother passed from pancreatic cancer. His uncle, or his grandfather, one of his grandfathers, passed from kidney cancer. So, you know, cancers can be hereditary. So if you ever see any blood in your urine, go to the doctor immediately, because Clay bled for 6 years and he was treated for prostate. Not one time was he ever approached to have a CT scan. He did have, I believe, 2 cystoscopies in office, but the only thing they check with a cystoscopy when you're dealing with prostate is they check the prostate and they check the bladder. They don't automatically go up and check your kidneys or those tubes. So insist that you get a CT scan, and insist that they go beyond the bladder and look at those tubes up in there, because that's where it's going to be. And once it becomes invasive, you're right where Clay's at right now. We're trying to stop it from forming anywhere else in his body, and we're trying to stop it from forming any more tumors. And you know, the funny thing about this cancer is they tell us that this runs a 90-day cycle. Okay? If we know that, then why can't we fix it? If we know that these tumors form in 90 days, it takes 90 days for a tumor to form, then why don't we have a cure for this? I don't understand. Why are people suffering? He's been suffering for, this is 7 years now. He's been suffering. And I don't mean aches and pains, not feeling well. He has been suffering for 7 years. And he's losing weight now. I mean, and a significant amount of weight he has lost. And it's not good. It's not good. So I'm going to wrap it up. I hear him banging. I don't know what he's doing. He's always into something. We broke glass this week. We bought wrong flooring. We've done a lot of screw-ups this week. So I need to go investigate what's coming on in there now. So you guys have a great weekend, and I'll try to update you again next week after the 6th BCG. And please like, subscribe, and share. Alright, see you on the flip side. Ta-ta.